Hello everyone, my name is Red X Phones and welcome back to LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. It's been a while since I played this, and I thought that since I kind of just ended up stopping on Revenge of the Sith and haven't really continued after that, I decided I might as well get back into it and, you know, play a little more, because I actually like this game, and we're still waiting on the new LEGO Star Wars game to eventually come out this coming spring, and I'm really excited to play it and show it off to you guys. But for now, I guess we're just going to have to continue with this game since it's the next best thing, I guess. I am still trying to work on a whole load of other projects, by the way, and I am still working on lots of statues and still have many other videos planned, and I know that a lot of them are taking a while, but believe me, I am still trying my best to work on most of these. But with that being said, also I have mentioned this before, but I will eventually be covering Security Breach when it comes out, and it's 10 days away as of this recording, which is crazy to think about. But anyway, let's get back into LEGO Star Wars and begin with Episode 4, A New Hope. One of the first Star Wars movies to ever come out. It's really weird to think about. I'm also going to be trying something kind of new with this video. You could probably tell already. But yeah. Let's start with the secret plans. Alright, so here we are playing as Princess Leia, and she has found she's managed to get a hold of the Death Star plans, which we'll be seeing a lot bit more of the Death Star in a little while, but she needs to get it off the ship and to the Rebellion as fast as possible. A New Hope was not really one of those movies that I was very interested in. Don't get me wrong, it's a great movie. It's just that I feel like the movie, in terms of its pacing, was a little odd. Maybe because I was very young and I wasn't used to it back then. But after rewatching the movie a couple times, it's like, yeah, I can see why I wasn't interested into it back then. But again, A New Hope is a great movie. George Lucas, he made a lot of great content when he was first making the Star Wars movies. And aside from the movies we have now, which are just ugh. I don't think I've said this before, but like a lot of people, I'm not really a big fan of the sequel trilogy and whatnot, and I don't think the sequel trilogy was really necessary, honestly. I don't particularly hate them. They just don't feel like Star Wars to me. I just felt like Disney was making some weird calls when they were making those movies, but yeah. I do like stuff that's come out recently, like The Mandalorian, Star Wars Visions, and stuff like that. And I'm wondering what they'll do to implement some of that stuff in the new game. So yeah, I'm gonna turn some of my extras on. I'll use this later. That is, unless there's something I need to blast. I usually turn on the exploding blaster bolts only when I need to, because, you know, well, I think I need to be careful when using these, because sometimes I can either kill myself or get me into places I really shouldn't be. Yeah. So as you'll see during this playthrough, I am going to be trying very hard to get as many studs as I can, so that I can buy more stuff at the shop whenever I need to. Because it's usually sometimes, well, since I've played this game a fair amount of times, I know where a good majority of things are. I do tend to forget where some things are placed in certain spots, but it's only because I haven't played the game in a majority amount of time, if that makes any sense. But yeah, Princess Leia is aboard a rebel ship, and she needs to find a way to get off the ship and, you know, warn the rebellion about the Death Star. Whoops. This was actually the only game that I think introduced Captain Antilles? What is it? I don't know how to pronounce that. Editor, put in a Google Translate on how to say that word, please. Thank you. So a lot of this is the game that introduced well, it was the second Lego Star Wars game that introduced Stormtroopers, because the first Lego game, of course, took place during the prequels. And I felt like the combat compared to the first game to the second game, got a little better. It wasn't just slashing droids left and right, but it actually had, like, I don't want to say more detailed, like, gameplay, but it definitely felt a little better since the last game. But now that the two games have been combined into the complete saga, the game still feels like it usually did, but now it just feels better, you know? And that's what I like about the complete saga, is that it takes the games that we loved and put them together and makes them into a game that we can enjoy more of. I remember me and some of my friends actually completed the first Lego Star Wars game, and it took a while, but we managed to figure it out. Okay. This object right here. I'm gonna try something and see if... Hopefully I don't mess this up. Alright. Buddy, get over here. I need you to stand right here. No! Let's see if I can do this. Buddy! Buddy! Get over there! I need to shoot! I need to shoot you! Alright, try it this way. God Yeah, it didn't work. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use the exploding blaster bolts to get down there, but yeah, it's not gonna work. Oh well. You'll be able to see me use this a lot better in later levels, but, you know. Exploding blaster bolts can help if you don't have a bounty hunter character with thermal detonators. And we'll be getting into seeing some of the bounty hunter characters much later as we get through the game. Anyway, I've been seeing a lot of great things about what's coming up for Security Breach and some of the new games that's to be expected. Most of the stuff is coming out in 2022, which I don't mind. Like, I'm not that type of person where it's like, oh no, I gotta wait like another year for a game. It's not too bad. I mean, there have been times where I do feel a little impatient, but again, it's whatever. It's, you know, if a game ends up taking much longer because of development, then, you know, developers can do like whatever they want. I think there's a saying, like a rushed game is forever bad, but like a delayed game can have a chance to be good. So it doesn't matter if like the game takes like 1 or 2 extra years, just as long as the game is done ready, it's fine. I don't know why I'm talking about this idea of delayed games, but you know, I'd rather wait for a good game than complain about a game that's gonna be bad, you know? I know that Security Breach is definitely gonna be very good. Like Steel Wool, they've been trying their best with Security Breach, and I can respect that. They've been a lot more active with the community as the game is leading to its release. And although they weren't very active as they were still working on the game, they tried their best to keep the community, involved and entertained as the game is trying to become the game that we all hoped it would be. Or hope to be, rather. But yeah. I am definitely going to be showing it on the channel, and my buddies are definitely going to be joining me for that. So things are starting to get pretty interesting for the FNAF community, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, sorry if I'm not talking much about this game. I feel like there's not much to talk about, where it's like everyone's played LEGO Star Wars, so I'm pretty sure you already know what this game is and what it has, but I just wanted to play it here on the channel because I wanted to, express my love for it and how I'm excited to play the Skywalker Saga when it eventually comes out. Because it's gonna have a lot to it. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of returning things that we may or may not expect to see. I don't know how that works. They're growing flowers on the windowsill here. It doesn't even look like there's any like pots or anything there. I think I saw a weird glitch on this level. Well, I've seen a lot of... Sorry. I've seen a lot of strange glitches with this game. Yeah, here it is. I think you can actually grind a whole lot of studs if you stand here, but I think if you like shoot at just the right angle, you can actually like kill Darth Vader. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it, but I've seen a video where somebody actually managed to jump in a way and kill Darth Vader. So, even though I do have True Jedi, I am still collecting studs because, you know, the more the studs, you get to buy a lot more cool things at the shop. And that's what I really like. You're gonna need to get a lot of studs as you play through the game, because when you eventually find the red bricks and you get to buy extras, you're definitely going to need them so you can find things a little better. They're not mandatory, but they definitely help out with the game a lot more. And I hear R2-D2. We'll get to him in just a moment. Yeah, I don't like these panels here. You break them, but like they always fall off the ledge. I have been able to catch a few of these studs, but like the majority of them always just fall off. And this game was the game that showed us about the pushing mechanics and how you can push objects. Oh god. And that's all we'll be seeing about Princess Leia. Yeah, so for the rest of the level, we're not going to be seeing her, which is a shame. And I'm guessing this is the hallway where she gave R2 the plans in the movie. Well, you kind of just saw it, but you saw the Lego version. And I always liked how these cutscenes would try to recreate scenes from the movie in a more of a cartoonish way, I guess you could say. Very Lego cartoonish way. Lego Star Wars 2 also introduced vehicles where you can hop in them and do a lot of wacky things like drive around cars or get into this crane and pick up these stormtroopers. Yes, that was my weird impression. That was my weird impression of the Wilhelm scream. Also, I love the animation that the captain here does. He reaches for his blaster, but then he can't find it. Also, this game is the only game that has Rebel Friend, and we never get to see this guy ever again after this level. We don't get to see the captain here after this level either. So what we need to do is we need to get into that crane over there. And we're gonna pick up C-3PO and put him somewhere else. We're gonna put him to the other side because 3PO can't jump. Also, there's a metal container which I'm going to see if I can break. Ow. And it only had one stud. Alright. I always turn it off whenever I'm done using it so I don't accidentally blow myself up. Because that can happen every now and then. You try to break a crate and sometimes you just end up just hurting yourself. I mean, that can happen. Hey! This guy can't dodge, which I find weird. What the? That stormtrooper's in a swimsuit. This is the game that I feel like pulled more of the comedy. It added some weird, like, comedic charm to the LEGO Star Wars universe. And they still do that, but not as much. Don't get me wrong, some of the new LEGO Star Wars stuff is kind of funny. It's just strange sometimes. So you need to build these small platforms so that 3PO can get over them. Because, once again, 3PO can't jump. Let's speed up the process. This LEGO Star Wars 2 is also the game that introduced hidden objects that you can find. So if you're looking in a particular place or you blow up a certain object, sometimes there'll just be an object you can find, and if you find a whole bunch of them across the map, you'll find you probably get a mini kit, which is good. Also, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Apparently, I'm looking through the map. That's weird. Boo! Pew! Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. There was another hidden object there. So yeah, if you look in the right spots, you'll find a lot of hidden objects, but most of them are locked in other rooms, which can only be accessed with characters you can only use in free play. So you're not going to be seeing me get a whole lot of these hidden things. What y'all doing? Also, I don't remember the rebels helping C-3PO and R2-D2 get to escape pods. Also, I don't know what these guys are doing. But yeah, this is a pretty short level, but you know, it's whatevs. So yeah, that was the secret plans. These cutscenes are always funny. But yeah, that was the first level of A New Hope. I think I've played this level like a bajillion times when I was playing this game for the first time. It's one of those levels that you tend to come back to every now and then because, you know, it's fun. But that was mainly our introduction to Princess Leia and the beginning of the rebellion. There was I know for a lot of people this is kind of alien because but I thought Rogue One happens before this. Yeah, but Rogue One wasn't made before this. So, yeah. I think we have time for one more. Yeah, so I don't know why the Jawas stole 3PO and R2D2. Didn't R2 kind of like, just leave one day? I don't remember the Jawas stealing 3PO and R2D2. And also, wasn't 3PO with Luke when they went to go look for R2? I don't know. These games are weird. They make their own interpretation of the story, and it's whatever. Anyway, we are now on the sandy planet of Tatooine. We met our main protagonist of the rest of the series, Luke Skywalker. Well, until the sequels kicked in, that was. And we're gonna be seeing the beginning of Luke and what he's gonna be like throughout the rest of the series. Why did they do you dirty in the sequels, Luke? Anyway, we also get... This is the beginning of the game of LEGO Star Wars 2, where we got introduced to the Jedi characters, like Ben Kenobi here. With any Jedi character, you can use your lightsaber to attack things. You can deflect blaster bolts. You can do a ground pound attack. And you can even use the Force on certain objects. You can either use your fancy telekinesis to move stuff with your mind, or make things dizzy. Also, apparently the Tuscan Raiders don't like us breaking their pen for their banthas here. You can also ride on the banthas, which I'm not going to be doing very much because there's no real good place to take them. So when you have a lightsaber with you, you're able to deflect blaster bolts, and you're pretty good. You don't really see Obi-Wan do most of his Jedi stuff until much. Wait, what? Why does Ben use Obi-Wan's sound effects? Didn't Ben have his own sound effects back in the second game? Ugh, whatever. There is a red brick over there, but I can't get over there considering that there is a large gap. I think I can get over there. I'm gonna see if I can... Let me see what I can do. Yeah, trying to destroy it from this angle is a little difficult. Yeah, I don't think I can get over there yet. So we're just gonna move on. Using your lightsaber and your ground pound attack, you can actually clear a lot of objects really quickly. If you're not using an explosive, use your lightsaber. It's good. Being a Jedi is good. Yeah, the Tuscan Raiders do not want us here. We're invading their property. And this was before the Mandalorian came in and gave us a better look on the Tuscan Raiders and what they're like. And I really like the way they characterized the Tuscan Raiders in The Mandalorian. I thought it was really cool how they have their own little... They have more cool civilizations and what they were like, you know? But yeah. Get out of the way, womp rats. Also, I don't know how the hell, like... Now, Tuscan Raider was trying to punch me, but I deflected it with my lightsaber. You think that would, like, burn their hands, but whatever. Yeah, so basically, they turned the interaction between Obi-Wan and Luke at the beginning of the movie into its own level. Hence why R2-D2 and 3PO are not here. We need a reason for why they're gone, so LEGO Star Wars comes up with a reason. Or rather, tries to create a new story for them, I guess. Yeah, this game can be a little weird sometimes. A lot of random objects you can use the Force on in case you want to practice. It's not really difficult, but all you have to do is just you know, wait for a blue or green or red hue to appear over the objects, and then just use the Force. I know in the original LEGO Star Wars they didn't have like the indicators to show you what you can use the Force on. So you really didn't know until you actually like walked up to it. Also, this was something I think you could do in the last game, but I think they got rid of it, where you actually could get up on these cups and like jump to the mini kit. So I think they just made them where you slide off them. I'm now remembering how you don't walk very fast in this game. You're kind of slow, but you know. I mean, it's better than walking. This is also the game to introduce the building mechanics. Whenever you walk up to a pile of Lego bricks that are just scattered all over the place, you can build them to make something to help you get across your way. Or sometimes they'll just give you studs. Come on, buddy. Deflecting blaster bolts with your lightsaber is very useful. I would definitely advise using it as much as you can. I had a lot of trouble with this part because I was like, I kept getting shot. What do I do? I'm trying to build this thing. And I didn't realize that you could just kill the Tuscan Raiders before even trying to build it. This area also teaches you that you can't build things while you're being shot at. So either taking cover or killing the enemies so you don't get shot anymore is very helpful. This is the game that also introduced... I think this introduced the... No. I was just saying, like, I think this game also introduced the grapple ability, but no, that was in the last game. This is the game that introduced grapple pads. I don't know why they decided to bury this droid. So... that's weird. Yeah, this level's a little strange because sometimes some random sound effects can be heard. Like I know while we're going through the sand crawler here, I know that you're gonna hear a lot of like pausing sounds. Like I don't know what's going on, but apparently like when you're walking through the sand crawler, you hear like pausing sound effects, and I don't know why. Yeah, you heard it right there? It just sounded like... yeah, it sounded like that. Oh yeah, and you can kill the Jawas. Hey, I have character studs on, so might as well get some studs. Character studs help if you're looking for more studs and you haven't really been finding enough on the map. So I do suggest going around as much as you can, and if you have the character studs on, use them on some of the droids, or just bad guys in general, because sometimes you can get some studs from them. The DS version of this game made... I'll get into more of the DS version later on, as I'll discuss it more. But the DS version of this game made things kind of strange, as they put mini kits in such odd positions. This game also introduced some fun puzzles that you'll be solving, where you have to help other characters get over to other platforms so they can do stuff. We jumped at the same time. Ow. Obi-Wan, hold still. Yeah, for some reason in this game, Obi-Wan's sound effects are now his young self sound effects, which I don't know why. Also, I don't know why the back part of that is green. It's not green in the movies. I think that droid almost walked into that. I actually found this level a little boring when I first played it, but you know. Yeah, some of the level design in here in this game is kind of odd. Like, you would expect this game to be a little more accurate, but this was back then when accuracy didn't really matter that much. Also, I don't know what this droid is. My suggestion is to kill the Jawas. Not because they're annoying, it's mainly because they tend to stun the droids a lot. I keep hitting Obi-Wan. So you're gonna want to open up all these panels so you can use the force on these valves. When you do that, the door will open. Sorry. Also, they spit studs at you now, which is a new version considered from the last game. I don't know if this is the whole thing here is new, but you know, I don't know which is new and which isn't. So. Also, sometimes when you'll be walking around and you just want to use the force on something, you'll end up using the force on something you didn't intend to. Like that gonk. Get out of my way. I didn't know Obi-Wan was very anti- Okay. That droid's head was just floating for some reason. So if I didn't have the stud magnet on, I wouldn't be able to reach all the blue studs behind these gates. So basically we're gonna bring in this box and bring it over to these pads so that the box can blow up. Because apparently Jawas have these things just lying around. So boss, how do you want us to how are we gonna be able to open these gates if they're locked? Put a bomb on it. Put a square-shaped bomb on a pad and make it blow up. Okay. Sure thing. Yeah, the game uses a lot of Star Wars sound effects, mainly for just small things like explosions or detonators or whatnot. Ooh. Keep doing that. Yeah, I don't know why that's blocked off. Like it looks like you can break it, but whatever. A lot of small objects you can use the force on to get some studs. Yeah, so Jawas have these little stun guns that stun droids, and they get kind of annoying sometimes. So the best idea is just to kill them. I mean, Jawas cause nothing but trouble. I think they respawn though. Pretty sure they just respawn. Nope. No, they don't. Never mind. Yeah, see, I was trying to like use the force in those little like cup thingies, and then I ended up just using the force on that gonk. Now we have C-3PO. The Jawas were always very annoying when I first played this game. I kept getting stunned by them. I'm like, just knock it off, guys. I just want to get through here. Yeah, a lot of the times a lot of studs can get scattered all over the place, and it gets a real struggle just trying to pick them all up. So that's why that's why I think that getting stud magnet is very useful. And I killed that droid. And then I build a new droid. And then I kill this droid too. Alright, thanks for giving me my droids back. I'll definitely repay you. They're all dead. Yeah, so a lot of studs are gonna get scattered all over the place. See, I managed to deflect him hitting me with his gun with my lightsaber. You'd think that that would just, you know, break, but whatever. Also, back then, well, we already knew that Tuscan Raiders carried rifles around with them, and they also had these big spears that they carried around with them as well, but back then, in terms of old LEGO, we didn't really know that. We just thought that they carried rifles all around because the fun LEGO game did it. Yeah, so getting into certain spots is actually kind of easy if you know where to stand and how to jump. Hey buddies. Smash! So you're gonna want to take 3PO and bring him over this panel so you can suck all the water out of this quicksand or mud or whatever it is. Now it's gonna be all dried up. One thing I learned when I replayed the game is that you can actually break this. It makes a whole bunch of plants. That's one of those things where you don't know about until you check, because you're kind of like, what does this do? Like, why is this here? Can I break this? Oh, I can break it. That's neat. This is where I think mini kits become a lot less fewer in the campaign, rather than just the normal story mode, because they mostly advise that you go into free play and find these using other characters. But like I showed in the prequel levels, you can find these in pretty fun ways. I do want to try and play more LEGO games. Like, I definitely enjoyed the LEGO Indiana Jones series. Wasn't really interested in much of the LEGO Batman or LEGO Superheroes series. It just wasn't my thing. Nope. See? I ended up grabbing on one thing instead of grabbing onto the other. Because that can happen. Well, I don't know if it's just me or if the blue studs, like, you have to get really close to them in order to pick them up, even with stud magnet. backflips help with getting into high places as well. So you gotta press back and you gotta press jump at the same time in order to do a backflip. And backflips can get you into some really tough spots. I think I showed that when I was playing the previous levels. So for this area, we need to create a bridge. So we're gonna use the bones of this lizard thingy and make a bridge out of its bones. Because that isn't like weirdly gruesome or anything. In terms of Lego, there was a lot of moments where it's kind of dark, but the Lego tries to make it seem a lot brighter. Like, I know the scene with Anakin might have been very dark for some people, but the Lego games tend to make it look a lot less dark. So of course, while going through these levels, I'm not going to be able to get all the mini kits because, of course, free play wants you to explore with other characters and try to, you know, find them in a different way. Because you can't just rely on single player, or rather, story mode, just to find everything. But yeah, Tatooine isn't like one of my most favorite planets because it's a desert planet. I mean, who would want to live here? I know they have great places a lot of cool places on Tatooine that we're going to be seeing in the next level, but I mean, Tatooine isn't like one of those planets where it's like, I want to come here. I think this planet is cool. Nah, it's a desert planet. Who's going to want to live on a desert planet? Double score zone. Yeah, I know in the double score zone you don't lose your studs. Because when you're in the double score zone, like, of course your stud counter will increase by ×2. So when you collect a stud, it'll give you like you collect a stud that has 10 on it, you'll be getting 20 studs. And that always helps. Whenever you fall down a bottomless, like a pit or something, you'll always you'll scatter studs everywhere. Why is there a palm tree in it? Okay, whatever. Whenever you fall, whenever you die or you fall down a pit, you'll always scatter your studs everywhere. And when you die in a double score zone, you actually won't lose your studs, which is cool. So when I fell down that pit, I didn't lose any of my studs. So, good for me. Why are you here? They always they turn on, they like shoot their stun guns when they start running after you. What? I didn't know what this was at the time. I thought they were like weird fire hydrants, and I was like, what? Why is this here? Yeah, Tatooine is a strange planet. It's got all these like weird tower things set up all over the place. Is it like the Star Wars equivalent of like getting cable or satellite or something? I don't know. In the Star Wars universe, like, there's a lot of crazy things that don't really make sense. Like, here on Earth, we think that space travel is a very difficult thing to do and it costs millions of dollars. Meanwhile, in the Star Wars universe, it's just like driving an average car. Well, technically, driving a land speeder is like driving a car, but you know. We got all types of vehicles, like, I know they got like speed bikes, Makes hovercrafts that work as vehicles. They even have taxis in the Star Wars universe, which is kind of weird to think about it. We never really got to see what a Star Wars taxi would be like, but Clone Wars showed us that space taxis do exist. Also, this was kind of weird. I didn't know what this was at the time, but this was like an old Star Wars ship that never really gets explained that much in the Star Wars universe. And it's gone. So yeah, I don't know what that ship was called, but all I know is that it was a really old set for Lego. Also, that other land speeder's like following my land speeder. See, look. Yeah, see, it's following it. I guess it's so that you don't end up getting stuck. I'm not really playing much as Luke because, of course, being a Jedi means that you get to do a lot of fun things and it's a lot easier to get around. Stormtroopers! Get off me. I don't know what this creature is. I've seen a lot of the Star Wars creatures, but I'm not really sure on like what majority of them are. So yeah, a lot of these levels can be either really short or weirdly long. Oh, I want Luke. Yeah, sometimes you try to get to a character, but sometimes they're just like not doing it. Just like you're not able to like get up close so you can select them. And I'm shooting these Jawas socks. Again, there's always a good chance that you're gonna find a lot of like things to use the Force on, a lot of things to collect. There's a lot of breakable objects have studs, so it's always good to collect those. Again, you don't have to do this, but again, it's like it's free. They're free studs. You're gonna collect them because, you know, you want to buy more things at the shop. And buying things at the shop is always great. But, yeah. We're now here at, Obi-Wan's hut, and we'll finally be able to get away from all the dangers here on Tatooine. At least for a while, but, yeah. Oh, Luke. Anyway, that was the second level of A New Hope, and this level's it's not bad. It just gets boring after a while, and you're probably going to be coming back to this level in free play anyway. So Hey, we reached the 1,000,000 stud mark. I can't count. Yeah, so this level isn't bad. It's not one of those levels I would replay, honestly. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. It's only been about 2 levels, but I want to try and keep the timer on these videos a little shorter, because I feel like I tend to go a little too long with recording these. But yeah. Anyway, next time on Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, we'll be heading on into the third level at the Mos Eisley Spaceport. If you like what you saw, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you would like to see next, or if you enjoyed this, or whatever YouTube wants me to tell you to do. Make sure you subscribe and tap the bell, because it really helps me out and allows me to have the motivation to post more content, because I know I haven't been doing much of that lately. And this channel is really in the need for more content. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!